Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aksa and here we learn about self-love, fitness, and wellness. Today's video is going to be based off the Instagram polls that I took on how I got through the COVID depression. And here I have down 5 written, simple step-by-step steps that you can do and implement for you to get back on your feet and start actually having an appetite for life again. And I do want to start off with a disclaimer that I am not a depression expert, so this may not apply to anyone who has been clinically diagnosed with depression. I am just someone who got hit by the COVID depression times, and here I am now back on my feet, and hopefully by the end of this video you too can also be back on your feet. Alright, so let's get started. The number one thing, the very first step, is to reflect on your behavior, your moods, and your thoughts. I didn't even know I was facing depression until about 3 months into it, when I actually decided to reflect on my behavior, my thoughts, and my moods, and I came to the point of realization that it was depression that I was facing. And what this does is it allows us to take back our power over the depression rather than the depression having power over us. We get to rewrite the narrative. And then the second most important step is to, I just tied in the first 2 steps together. So reflect and then call it out. Just say, hey depression, I see you for what you are, and I'm here to take back my power. Now the third step is to tell someone. This is actually so freeing, because the moment that you tell someone, you're actually freeing yourself of the conversation between you and your depression. It's no longer just between you and your depression. It's now out there, and it's a way of releasing the emotions tied into the depression. So it's very important that you go to someone who you know loves and cares about you, and who you feel comfortable and safe with telling this to, because it can be very vulnerable to open up about being depressed with someone. So I went to my father, and he gave me the warmest and loving feedback ever. And so I love you, Dad, if you're watching this. So definitely tell someone who you trust and love and who you know loves you, because they'll give you good feedback that will help you along the way. And then the fourth one is to embrace it. And this one I probably should have put as like the second step or something. But by embracing it, you're allowing yourself to feel sad, to feel whatever you need to feel that comes with the depression that you're going through. So embrace it. Hold the space for you to cry and be sad. But don't stay there. You see, depression has a way of making us feel comfortable in its misery. And the goal here is to, yes, release our emotions and feel it through and feel whatever pain we're going through, but at the same time, do our best to move through it. We want to move through it, okay? And the only way I have come to know to get out of this ongoing cycle of depression is to create a new and regular routine. And so I'm going to emphasize at this point, this is going to be step number 5. The 5th and final step is to set yourself a new and regular routine. New regular routine, okay? And this is going to be super important, because when we build this, we get into the habit of moving ourselves out of this depression and into the world. So there's 3 things that fall under this to build yourself a new and regular routine. The first one is going to be exercise. Move your body. And I want to emphasize here is to move your body outside of your house to begin with. You want to exercise your body, and baby steps here. It's all about baby steps. You can do maybe like 10 or so minutes, walk outside. But the most important part here is that one, you're outside of your house, which is one of your biggest comfort zones, and two, you're getting engaged with the world and moving your body. And what this does is it helps us get out of our head a little bit, which is going to help us get through this depression. And then the second most important thing is to get socially involved. Okay, so find yourself a group of people that you can meet up with on a regular basis. Make sure that these people are positive influences, because this will give you hope, or at least it gave me hope, that I wasn't gonna sit in this depression forever, that this wasn't gonna last forever, that this too shall pass and I'll be okay again. And it turned out to be just that. These first two are super important. Exercise and get socially involved. When you do this, it's building again this habit for you to be engaged with the world, which is going to help you get out of your head. And that's really where the depression lies, is all in here. So little by little, every single day, if you could just go outside and spend a little time moving your body, maybe even listening to some good music, just being outside of your house and being out there in the world is really going to make a significant impact. And it can be maybe just 5 minutes a day, maybe 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything super big and challenging, because I remember how challenging it was to just get out of my bed. That's how low it got for me. So I know what big of a deal it can be to just go and exercise, especially outside of your house. So be patient with yourself and, meet those tiny, tiny goals that you set out for yourself. And this leads us to the third step under this building yourself a regular routine, which is going to be set yourself a goal. And at this point, we've actually already set ourselves a goal, which was to get out of this depression. But once we're at this point in the, I guess you could say, this part of the process of getting out of it, we're then ready to take on some new challenges, some new goals, and something that we really want. And so one thing that I want to point out here is that no goal is stupid. No goal is too little or not good enough or not big enough. No goal is that. Any goal that you set out for yourself is wonderful. So like here, for example, our goal is to get out of this depression, and that's exactly what we're doing. But now that we've gotten to this point, we can set ourselves a new goal that we really want. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna continue to pull us into it. And in turn, we're gonna be more motivated and driven to go towards this goal, and in a sense to start doing life again. Okay, and this is how I rebuilt my appetite for life. And so thank you so much for being here. I really hope that this video helped. If I said anything that may have clicked with you, please comment it in the comments below so other people can see it and maybe help them too. If you have a friend who's also trying to get through these COVID depressions and get out of their funk, please share this video with them and let them know that, you don't have to go through this alone. So if I can do it, and if I can get back on my feet and start having an appetite for life again and feel better, then you can too. And remember, it's all about the progress. The timing of my recovery from this may look a little bit different from yours, and that's okay. We all go at our own pace, but the most important part is that we're putting in an actual effort to get through this. So I'm sending you lots of love your way. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Mwah.